There we go. CJ Stroud. How about a little purple pulsar rookie gear? We'll absolutely take that. What's going on, everybody? Tyson from VS Card Hub, back with another rip today, and we're taking a little trip down memory lane. As you know, all the 2024 high-end products are starting to hit the street. We've already got Obsidian out there. Optic has started coming out. It was just listed this past weekend on Walmart, and Walmart got absolutely hammered. People were just grabbing all the Optic they possibly could. Fat packs are starting to hit the street. Folks are getting big boxes of fat packs. And right around the corner, we've got some Select coming in probably about another month or so. So figured why not go back and let's take a look at the 2023 versions of all these high-end products. As we know, Prizm's already on the street as well. Prizm's been out for a little bit. I think I liked last year's Prizm a little bit better. The throwback this year was actually pretty cool. The design kind of going back to an older design. Definitely cool stuff. If you haven't seen Select for 2024, I've seen some preview pictures of it. I don't know how accurate it is as to what actually is going to be coming out, but the 2024 Select, at least the preview stuff that I've seen, if it's what is actually coming out, it doesn't look good. I don't know. At least from, like I said, it may be early pictures. It may not be correct, but from what I've seen, the 2024 stuff just did not look good. So, still to be seen. Anyways, I'm going to quit talking. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Like I said, this is a little throwback to 2023 stuff. These were the hot ticket items last year. Let's go ahead and start off with some Optic. Optic did just come out. These are all mega boxes. Figured might as well go somewhat big. Not quite hobby, but still had some mega boxes sitting around. I do like ripping mega boxes, especially for some of our breaks and everything. So there's our Optic. As you can see down below, we got some of the Whatnot Card Show 6 swag. We were live this past weekend. Did the Whatnot Card Show 6. This one's pretty thick right there. Had a lot of fun. We started out ripping some Topps Chrome. We did some of the 2024 Illusions premium boxes. I think got 2 premium boxes of Illusions. We pulled 4 RPAs. Definitely had some good stuff out of Chrome. Chrome was treating us very well. So had a lot of fun. If you're not over on Whatnot, go ahead and use the link. Check the link down in the description down below. If you use my link to sign up, if you're not already on Whatnot, you'll get a free $15 credit to spend however you would like on Whatnot. If you're already on there, go ahead and give us a follow. Check out some of the breaks. We're usually live on the weekends. We're probably going to be rescheduling a bit and going during the week and having some fun. We got hobby boxes and stuff coming in. We've got a bunch of new stuff coming in. We just had a case of Chrome come in. That's why it was one of ours for the Card Show 6. But here we go. A little trip down memory lane. Starting off with Jacorian Bennett. This one does have the red hypers in it. Warner and Vinatieri. Make sure I didn't skip any rookies. Nope. The 2024 stuff, it does have pretty familiar look to it. They kind of have that. It looks just like the Donruss. If you haven't seen the 2024 stuff, it looks like the Donruss that's already come out. It just has this like shininess to it. So old Optic had kind of that shiny coating to it. That's what the 2024 Optic looks like. Looks like the 2024 Donruss that's been out for a while, and they just put kind of a shiny coating on it. Obviously, you can get all the downtowns. They got the new dual downtowns, the uptowns. There's a little Garrett Williams on rated rookie and Zach Ertz. Nice silver Prizm there. Bijan rookie. Definitely liked this stuff last year. Had a lot of fun ripping it. Really good stuff. See if we can get anything to kind of go back. Maybe we'll pull one of those rookies from last year. Jack Campbell. Be nice to get a CJ in the red. CJ's market is still up there. I mean, he's kind of took a hit. Not really tanked, but he took a hit when the Texans were kind of having a rough year this year. Oh, Chad Ryland. Might have to send that over to the guys over at Silver Sport. Drew Sanders. There's a Retro Series Bo Jackson. Pulled so many of these ones. I think I've sent a bunch of these off to COMC. It's had about 1,500 cards go out the door about 2 weeks ago or so. Heading over to COMC. Took advantage of the last special they had for 30% off the select. Had to fill up the store a little bit. Tyson Bagent. There's Emmitt Smith on the silver. And Deontay Banks on the red. There's only one pack left. Nothing too crazy. That is kind of the thing with some of these, like Optic and everything, is you do want to find the rookies, but at the same time, if you don't, probably going to skunk a little bit. That's the same thing this year, too. Plus, with stuff from last year, you can kind of see if any of these rookies actually did any good. We got silver of Alan Lazard. And first year, Will Levis. There we go. We get to see if they did anything. Will Levis, that's probably a couple dollar card, if that. See what happens over there in Tennessee if they decide to keep him around, go a different route. They've been talking about possibly grabbing a QB this year. We'll see what happens over there in Tennessee. They were not having a good time with Mr. Mayo. There's our Optic. Obviously, nothing too crazy. Basic rookies. Got a few nice colored cards there. Again, nothing too crazy. I think most of those guys are kind of just a few dollar cards. All right, Prizm. This is the Hobby Megas. You can kind of see what we got. The usual Prizm stuff. Nothing too crazy. No numbered cards. But these ones do have the purple pulsars. Kind of just like this year's Prizm. There wasn't really too much numbered stuff unless you went for the hangers. You got some of the colored stuff in there. You can get, the short printed colored stuff out of here. But yeah, not too much as far as numbered cards. I guess not really much of anything as far as numbered cards, honestly. But yeah, I do kind of like this Prizm design. I don't know. I kind of like this one a little bit better. Judon Fitzpatrick. And there's a Jair Alexander on the purple pulsar. And then Hooker and Joey Porter. I think this year they had the purple pulsars, I believe, was in the Target stuff. I could be wrong. Can't remember. They had everybody's got different designs now. We got a backwards card. A little Dallas Goedert. There we go. Nice little silver Prizm. Super Bowl champ, Dallas Goedert. And Nolan Smith. Again, purple pulsar. Very nice. Roshan on the rookie. And Drake London. So what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Do you like the current 2024 stuff that just came out as far as Optic, Prizm, or if you've seen the select, kind of early access select? Like, you guys prefer new stuff, old stuff? I'm kind of a nostalgia guy. Little Jason Kelsey, Chris Rodriguez, and Juwan Johnson. Yeah, most of this stuff will probably end up either on COMC. Some of it might end up on eBay. Check out my eBay link down below. Take you over to the store, the VS Card Hub store. Got a bunch of stuff on there. Starting to get a bunch of the SGC cards that I got back. There's Keishan Buti. There we go. CJ Stroud. How about a little purple Pulsar rookie gear? We'll absolutely take that. Absolutely take that. Yeah, go check out the eBay store. Starting to get a bunch of the stuff from the 75 card return from SGC. That's starting to pop up on there. You can also check out the COMC port. I'll leave a link for that down below as well. If you're over on COMC, you want to go find some cheap singles, you can check out the store over there. And Luke Schoonmaker, Aiden O'Connell, and Jamar Chase. And last pack. And silver of Miles Sanders. And Stephon Gilmore. You got Evan Hull and Clayton Tune on the rookies. So again, nothing too crazy. It's kind of typical boxes there. You're looking for the rookies. Looking for the ones that, you know, now that we're a year past when these came out, you're looking for the big ones. You know, Booty did pretty good. CJ Stroud, obviously, always going to have some value in it. Dallas Goedert. Nolan Smith, yeah. So not terrible. I mean, obviously, it's not much. It's not going to, you know, pay for all the boxes. Might get close. You never know. CJ might get a little bit of something. All right, select. These are the mega boxes. These ones have the black and green Prizm die cuts. I've actually had a lot of good luck with these ones getting the die cuts graded. For whatever reason, the black and green die cuts, if you get them in like the club level, not really the square ones. The square ones tend to be a little off-centered, be kind of wonky, but some of like the club level and I think it's the premier level have actually done pretty good as far as grading. Now this 2023 Select, like this stuff is still hitting the shelves. Like it's still being stocked on the shelves. I think Panini just printed this all to high heaven and didn't get it all out the doors. So you can actually still find 2023 Select hitting store shelves, like getting fresh stock. There's Keaton Mitchell, Mario Douglas, Jonathan Taylor, Dan Henley for the Chargers. Yeah, these die cuts, that's the club level. Those ones actually grade pretty well. I've had good luck with them. And there's a CJ base and Keanu Benton. Just the fun part is obviously sleeving them. These ones aren't as terrible. It's just the square ones. I'll probably end up sleeving those later just because they'll take forever. Usually pop the side open on the penny sleeve. Kind of helps them go in. Folks used to cut both sides open of the sleeves to get them in there. And there's Carlson, Elijah Cansey, there's DK Metcalf, Devon Witherspoon, Mohamed Diabate, George Kittle, and Tyree Wilson. So yeah, these square ones, if you've never sleeved them before, super pain in the rear just because the sides like to get caught. I'll do sit there, just pop them open on the side on your sleeve. And kind of stick it in through the side there and goes in pretty easy. Now you don't completely erect those die cut cards. So I'm hoping if Select does do die cuts again, I'm hoping they don't do the square ones just because the square ones are kind of a pain. There's Justin Jefferson, not too terrible. And T. Higgins. And a little rookie silver Zach Charbonnet. That one actually doesn't look too bad. A-Chain and Clayton Tune. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to sleeve up those die cuts a little bit later. Just so I'm not sitting here fighting with them. If I mangle one, I can have that plausible deniability. Will Anderson, Bryce Young, rookies. There's a little CD Lamb. A little Trey Palmer. And Travis Kelce. And Devontae Adams, Bryce Young. So we're getting base of the rookie QBs. Bryce Young still has some value, especially if he can, pull out another good year. Seemed like he kind of got things together last year. George Pickens, Clark Phillips, Tucker Kraft, another kind of under the radar tight end there for Green Bay. Will McDonald, Zay Flowers on the silver. I will take that all day. JSN and Puka. Yeah, Bryce Young still has some value. So definitely grabbing some of his stuff if I can get it. These 2023 rips. Still got a few boxes of Select. That's kind of sitting off to the side. And get some decent stuff of him. There's Sidney Brown, Austin Eckler, not on the Chargers anymore. We all know that. But the numbers Lamar Jackson and Andre Jones. So yeah, not terrible. Again, it's 2023. We've all seen it before, but like I said, with all the new stuff coming out, figured might as well. Had a few boxes of it sitting around. Might as well open it up and take a look. See what we can pull out from last year's rookie class. Anything good? Let me know down in the comments. Like I said, what do you think? What do you guys like more? Do you like the new 2024 stuff? Is it something different? I know they did the Prizm was kind of a throwback to an older design. Or do you like the 2023? Do you like the older stuff? Is there a specific one that you like better than the other? Honestly, for the optics, I kind of like last year's design for the optic stuff. The Donruss design this year, it ain't terrible. But I think I kind of like last year's design, the 2023 design for optic. So, but anyways, that'll do it. Appreciate you sticking around. Like I said, check out the links down below if you want to join us over on Whatnot. You can also check out the links for eBay. A lot of these singles will end up going up on there. COMC ports. Appreciate you tuning in. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch y'all later.